Apothecary Diaries. Best episode of the season. Go.
The main item on today's agenda will be the scheduled ceremony taking place in the mid-afternoon.
Right.
I know you have a
Nag-demon
lot on
mode
your
eh.
mind, but you mustn't let it affect you.
Paano
Palace
malalaman
requires
na
your
tatay ko
focus.
I know. Thank you.
Chance or something.
Master Lee Haku? What's wrong?
We've got a problem on our hands.
And by problem you mean...
You remember that warehouse fire a while back?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, looks like a different warehouse got robbed on the same night. They probably took advantage of all the noise and chaos. No one saw a thing.
So a crime of opportunity then. What was it that the thieves stole? Not something to discuss openly, it seems. Glance.
Ba't nakakatago yun?
It was ceremonial equipment. Thieves lifted a whole set of tools.
They were just kept in a warehouse with no oversight?
Yeah, that came as a surprise to me as well. The last overseer passed away over a year ago now. Seems like without him a lot's been slipping.
What about the new one? He has to know the basics of the job, right?
You'd think. But food poisoning took him out of commission a little while back.
Food poisoning?
He got sick one night eating his favorite seaweed and has not awoken since, which, as you can
Yun yung ano.
imagine, isn't helping with the
Tinanong
organizational
sa kanya
skill
last
gap.
time.
Why does that sound so familiar?
Yeah.
This official of yours, does he happen to have a taste for rare foods?
Wait, how do you know that?
It's kind of a long story. A theft taking place during a fire. A warehouse manager conveniently absent due to food poisoning. Coincidence after coincidence. What can you tell me about the previous manager, the one who passed away last year?
I remember he was absolutely obsessive about doing things by the book. I forget his name, but I think he was widely known for having a sweet tooth or something.
A sweet
Ay,
tooth? Was it
yun
Master
yung namatay din sa ano sa salt poisoning.
Conan by any chance?
Yeah, that was his name. Wait, how did you know that as well?
It's kind of a long
Psychic.
story.
Mas psychic.
I heard about it from Master
Sabihin yan.
Jinchi, the official with a sweet tooth, who ironically died of a
Yung
salt
sinabi niya.
overdose. Could these really all be coincidences? In isolation, each incident does appear accidental, but when viewed as a whole, they're like stitches in a tapestry still being woven. So is there a reason you're telling me this?
Of course, the point. Do you remember this ivory pipe that you handed off to me?
Oh yeah, from the fire.
I tried to have it returned, but the owner flat out refused to take it back. Said he didn't want it.
With expensive craftsmanship like that, I assumed it would have been important to him.
Apparently, it was just given to him by a lady of the court.
By a lady of the court?
Sounds off, doesn't it? Giving a fine thing like this to a random warehouse guard?
Yung babae.
He claims
Nakakausap sa kanya.
he found the lady walking alone one night and escorted her outside the
I mean,
castle,
kay
concerned for
ano,
her general
Xiao Mao.
well-being, naturally. She gave him the pipe as a token of gratitude for his kindness.
Receiving such a luxurious item would have compelled him to sample it right away.
It's
Orchestrating a fire to
suspicious.
divert the guard's attention and pilfering another warehouse in the chaos. Could that be the reason this mysterious court lady gifted the patrolman the pipe? This lady, what do we know about her?
Well, I tried to get as much detail as I could, but unfortunately it was dark and she had a scarf covering her face.
Perhaps she was shielding her features more from onlookers than the elements.
Maybe. All we know for sure is that she was quite tall for a woman and smelled a bit like medicine. Does anyone
Siya
come
nga!
to mind?
Siya nga, yung nagbigay ng pipe dun sa lalaki. Yung babae
You
na
don't fit the
kumausap
height,
sa
and
kanya.
medicine's your thing, so I figured I'd ask.
A tall-statured lady of the court, smelling of medicine.
You know conjecture shouldn't be spoken aloud.
Conjectures shouldn't be
Have there
spoken
been any
aloud.
other irregularities recently? Anything that strikes you as being out of the ordinary?
Let's see.
Hindi niya sinasabi pag hindi pa siya sure. Dahil dun sa
Nothing's jumping out at me.
stepdad niya.
Why?
Ay,
You think there's
adoptive
something we might
father
have
pala.
missed?
Hindi
There's
pala
a good
stepdad.
possibility we have, and a good possibility we haven't.
Which one is it?
Two coincidences can often occur simultaneously.
Hmm.
3 at once isn't
Venn
unusual either.
diagram.
But when many coincidences manifest one on
It's a
top of the other,
pattern.
intent emerges in the overlap.
Hmm.
In this case, we may find that what connects them is a certain tall court lady.
Hmm.
If he follows this logic, even if Suire's name comes up, it won't link back to me.
Amazing! You know you're a lot smarter than you look, you little pipsqueak.
Fox! Ay, dog siya, dog.
Conversely, Master Liaku, you are every bit the brute you appear to be. Now stop
Dog
hitting me.
energy siya eh.
Having fun without me.
Yun pala yung ano nun. Yun pala yung parang nagiging cartoonified version nila. Kung ano yung energy nila. Siya kasi nagiging pusa siya eh.
Without me. Having fun without me.
Pag hindi na mapasali.
I promise I'm
Na lagi
having zero
kasali siya.
I'll take my leave now. Farewell.
What was the nature of your rendezvous with that officer?
The nature? Afraid there's not much to tell. He had some questions and thought I
Inggit
would
na
have some
naman.
answers. Tall for a woman. Can't
Good
entirely
boy.
rule Master Jinshi out with that description.
Hmm?
Would you like to know the details of our conversation?
A strange collection of events, to be sure.
Indeed.
So then, what do you think is behind them?
I don't know. It's hard to say with any certainty just what was by design and what was simply by chance. There are too many unknowns at play for me to formulate a real theory.
Connections, then. Could there be other such occurrences we've been overlooking?
If only it was that easy to say. The banality of these events make them difficult to classify one way or the other. Besides, it is still perfectly possible that it's all just coincidence.
You're not excited by this?
Excited?
Walang poison eh. Pag hindi tungkol sa poison, hindi siya excited.
I am but a humble servant, I fear. I
Ay,
exist only to do
marami
as I'm
tayo.
told.
Yeah. Oh, how about an incentive then? You see, just the other day I stopped by the local trader. He had quite a fascinating item in stock. I don't suppose you recognize the name.
Bezor. Bezor. Saan ko narinig mo? Sa Harry Potter. Yun yung gamot sa... Fuck. Hindi ko maalala. Gamot ka sa yun? Bezor. Hindi ko maalala. Basta sa Harry Potter yun.
Bezor! A medicinal bovine gallstone! A coveted curative found but once in 1,000 cows!
Yep.
You would grant me this rare and priceless remedial treasure? Seriously? You wouldn't lie to me, right? I do!
Xiao Mao?
Apologies.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you're motivated.
You'll really give this to me, no joke?
You bring me results, and it's as good as yours.
Understood. As you wish, Master Jinshi.
Very well, Gaoxuan. Give her what she needs.
Nagpusa siya.
Finally, the record of absence. Looks like the officer who came down with food poisoning was from the Board of Rights. Which one was that again? The board that oversees education and foreign affairs, or... I really should have studied for the court lady exams properly.
Found some more for you.
Perfect, thank you.
No need. If you have any questions about anything, I am happy to help.
Well, I am curious about this division.
Board of Rights. They're the ones that deal with logistics surrounding ceremonies.
Ceremonies? Fetch me something to write with, quick!
Of course.
Ceremonies, ceremonies. The food-poisoned official and Master Conan were both involved in administration of court ceremony. So if the pipe incident was intended as a diversion for the theft of ceremonial equipment, then these events, disguised as coincidences, must be in service of something bigger than mere larceny. Given the trouble they went through to acquire them, the tools are most likely used for a ceremony of some importance. I should make a list. All upcoming ceremonies whose skills range from moderate to major. Come to think of it, Master Jinchi often performs purifications.
If you're interested in ceremonies, perhaps this would intrigue you.
An illustration of a ceremonial building?
Yes, it's the altar of the sapphire sky at the west end of the outer court. Quite a curious design, isn't it? You notice a large pillar there, suspended from the ceiling? Vibrant banners fixed across its length, draped down above the altar. They lowered the pillar ahead of festivities to change out the decorative texts.
You know a lot about this.
Sorry. It shames me to admit it, but before I was assigned to the archives, I was actually on the Board of Rights myself. I offered my thoughts a touch too freely to my superiors once and got demoted. I was quite concerned with the issue of its build strength, but I guess it has held up better than I expected.
What had you so troubled?
Even though a series of floor-anchored tethers keeps it aloft, the pillar itself is humongous. I was convinced it was an accident waiting to happen. But when I voiced my concerns about it, I was bumped down to Archivist and reassigned here.
That's ample cause for concern indeed. If the tethering holding the payload in place were to break, and the pillar crashed down to the floor below, then the person conducting the ceremony beneath would be pulverized. Someone of
So it's
truly
by
noble birth
design.
could be lost.
Para magamit sa assassination
Issue
ng
of strength.
kung
Of strength.
ayaw nila
I
yung tao
wonder,
na
what were the
masik-
ceremonial tools they stole anyway?
it's
If they were
by
of such
design.
pressing importance, you'd think they'd just replace them. Replace them. Excuse me! When are they conducting the next ceremony at the Sapphire Sky altar?
When, you say? Well, it seems they're having one today.
What the hell? Kala ko mga
If I'm
bukas
right,
pa eh.
then this is a
Ngayon,
conspiracy that's been constructed with meticulous
mas soon pa
patience.
ba?
Not every gambit would have played out as they'd hoped. But by creating consistent possibilities for success, enough of them were bound to coalesce and connect to this. I know it may be nothing more than simple conjecture, but if there's even the slightest chance that I'm right, then so what? Almost there.
Sheesh. Parang building.
Hey! Hold it. Where are you going?
I need to get in.
No way.
It's an emergency.
That's enough, servant. You've no business being here.
He's right. I'm just a servant with no authority to speak of. But if something happens, it'll be too late for anything but regret. That's always the case with things that can't be undone. People's lives are at stake here. Let me stop the ceremony.
That's not your decision to make, girl. But if you can't keep your opinions to yourself, then go stick them in the suggestion box.
We don't have time for that.
Suggestion
Beat it.
box.
The altar's defective.
May suggestion box na pala
Someone's
ng
likely
era na
tampered
yan.
with the mechanism. Whoever is inside of there is in imminent danger. And if you don't let me do something about it, their death will be on your head. You hear me? How can you still be so indifferent after everything I just told you, huh? Or could it be that you already knew about this? That's it. That's why you're obstructing me. You don't want anyone to stop it from happening, do you? Which means you must be in league with the saboteurs yourself, right?
Oh. What the fuck? Chill.
I think I might pass out. Hard thing for a proud man to swallow an insult from a little girl like me. He reacted exactly the way I wanted him to.
Para maano.
It's not enough, though. Commotion of this
Kailangan
size won't stop the ceremony. Pull yourself
parang
up.
yun.
You can't afford to lose consciousness yet. You feel better now? Please let me through. You are stationed out here because there's a highborn noble in there, correct? If any harm should befall them, every one of you will pay with your own heads! I won't ask you to cancel the ceremony. Please, just let me through. Tell them there was a rat, that I lied. Anything! Let whatever consequences be on my head alone!
You would have me trust the word of some hysterical little girl!
Well then, would my word be sufficient?
Si Daddy. Patay.
Sir, this is...
Hi, Daddy.
Tell me something. How could a self-respecting soldier strike a harmless young girl? You have hurt her.
My daughter.
At any rate, why don't you do as the young lady desires and kindly step aside? I'll assume responsibility.
I don't even want to see who's behind me. That timing's too convenient to ignore.
Yeah.
No, I can't be sidetracked by superfluous details. I need to focus on what I came here for.
No.
I must look terrible. Once this is done, I'll ask Master Gaoxuan if I can take a nice, long, relaxing bath. But first, I have to get through this with my head intact.
Oh! Wait, yung... Ay, hindi. Ano ba yun? Rope lang ba yun? O steel rope? Niligtas niya. Oh my God. Ba, naputol ba paan niya? Hindi. Pala ko naabot yung paa.
I made it.
Naano nga yung paa niya?
Need to stitch that.
Hey,
Oh,
any chance you want to tell me what's going on here?
Someone tried
Master
to kill you.
Jinshi. Can I have the ox bezoar now?
That's where your mind is right now. Your face. How did this happen?
Siya yung papatayin?
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why is Master Jinshi here?
Why is he the
And why does he
target?
have such a sad look in his eyes?
High ranking,
My
ano pala siya?
apologies, but
Talaga.
I have to tend to my leg now.
Mamo. Hey, come on. Please stay with me. Hey, say something. Hey, please. Please.
Chill. Siya pala yung ililigtas. Hindi niya rin alam na siya yun. Sino ba talaga siya? Si Master Jinshi pala yung iniligtas niya. Hindi niya alam, no? High ranking ano pala siya eh. Siya ba yung ano, emperor? Hindi. Gagi, hindi man lang nilagyan ng ano yung sugat. Hindi man lang nilagyan ng ano yung sugat. Nagdudugo eh. Put pressure on it! Ganun lang ka, ano, kaunti yung sugat. May dito sa ano, part na to. May veins dito na ano. May artery. Tapos na. Tapos na agad. Kaya pala yun yung ano, highest rating na episode. Yun nga yung ano, parang nagtahi-tahi dun sa mga ano, nakaraang episode na kung ano ba talaga yung rank ni ano. Although hindi pa nare-reveal yung specific, na high ranking talaga siya. Tapos, yung babae na isa siya sa nagplano ng assassination. Tapos yun yung inimbestigahan nila na sunod-sunod na crime ka-connect din. Ayun lang, panoorin ko na yung next. Pero baka hindi ko na-record. Na-record ko lang 'to kasi ito yung best episode sa rating. Peace.